Good afternoon, my dear students. Today I am going to explain the story Discovering Tut, the saga continue, part 1, written by A.R. Williams. These are the list of words, okay, that the wants us to learn, like forensic reconstruction. It refers to the process of creating a face on the skull. These all are CT scan, okay, King Tut's scudded across, it refers to moving quickly. These are the words that have been used in this story. Cascade gray, words point out to the covering of the stars by the dark braided resurrections, funerary treasures, circumvent, computed tomography. This is CT scan short form. Airy details, uncanny description, ghostly dust devils. These are the expression. Desert sky, stunning artifacts. You will pause, okay, and see the meanings of all these words. Funerary treasures, what is that? That you will come to know in the story. Scientific detachment, dark bellied clouds. It refers to the dark clouds, okay, containing rain. Cascade gray, it points out the stars being covered by the dark bellied clouds. Eternal brilliance, these are the words. Ritual regins, virtual body, CT scan. What is this? This is the medical terms. CT scan, it refers to computed tomography. MRI, it is the short form of magnetic resonance imaging. Okay, it is diagnosis tools. Tomography, it refers to taking pictures of various sections of human body in a three-dimensional view. Autopsy, it refers to the post-mortem examination. Dialysis, it is the process of filtration of blood stream, usually during kidney failure. ECG, the electrocardiogram, is a diagnostic tool that measures and records the electrical activity of the heart in exquisite detail. Postmortem, you are familiar with this. Angiography is the examination of the blood, okay, vessels using X-ray and injecting of a radiopax substance. Biopsy, the removal and examinations of sample tissues from a living body, okay. So these are the terms it has been used. Before explanation of this theory, the narrator has given a clue, okay, about discovering Tut. Tut was actually the name of a prince. In their language, it was Paroha. The youngest prince died. We have youngest prince who died in a form of Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu the Great. Okay. So the cause of death we are familiar with, that he was attacked by 7 great warriors of on that time, and he was brutally killed in the war field, in the war of Mahabharata. Similarly, here he was the last prince. Okay, what happens after that we don't know. After the kingdom of Pandav or Yudhishthir, and after their death, who became the king, and how the Chandravanshi, the clan. Okay, uh, now there's no trace of all those things. Okay, where is the kingdom of Hastinapur, and where is the family of Chandravanshi Samrat Yudhishthir? So all things lost now, okay, in history. Like we have also some history in the modern time, okay, after medieval time, uh, like the Mughals emperor, okay, and some others, slave dynasty and other dynasty were there in India, and now there is no trace of their kingdom and their family members. Same case is here in the modern time. The Egyptian uh, try to find out that how their how a last prince of a very powerful kingdom, a powerful clan, died at a very tender age. Okay, so they were actually on that time the country became bankrupt. They were running short of money, so they start digging the pyramids. Pyramids is a kind of grave, okay, temple shape, grave, and inside that grave they have big houses, big graveyards. In that graveyard, the dead body of the king and queen, and you'll see in your text there is a King's Valley is given there. the area where only royals will be buried, okay, and their pyramids will be formed. So same case is here with this Tut. Tut was the prince of that dynasty and clan. So the modern scientists, the modern scholars started finding out the clue of the death, the cause of the death of that young prince. And under the spell of science, under the advancement of science, they were successful in finding, okay, the cause of the death. So this is a completely a scientific article, a scientific story, okay. The very advancement of science has been explained in this story under the spell of under the story of a very traditional story about a prince and his kingdom, about his death, and about his worshipping god and goddesses. Like this he is given. He was just a teenager, means under the age of 17 18, when he died, the last heir of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries, just like the Mughals ruled more than 200 years or 100 years, okay. The British ruled more than 200 years, 300 years. So he was laid to rest laden with gold and eventually forgotten. And he died at the very tender age, and his body was wrapped, covered with the golden plates. And you are familiar with that Egypt was very advanced on that time, okay, in science and discovery. So they were familiar with this metal gold, that it does not catch rusts. So if the body will be wrapped under it, uh, it will remain as usual. So that is known as mummy, means keeping the dead body, okay, in a form of mummy. Since the discovery of his tomb in 1922, the modern world has speculated about what happened to him. Discovery, this was the age of discovery, okay. And the 20th century, the first, second, third, fourth decade before the, after the World War First, okay, World War Second, or after that even, it was the just like Nalanda University in Bihar. It was also discovered in the same decades. So that was the age of discovery. So everyone were trying to find out their ancestral property. Same case was there with Egypt. So the most extreme possibility, now leaving his tomb for the first time in almost 80 years, Tut has undergone a CT scan that offers new clues about his life and death. It was the CT scan, okay, means they wanted to CT scan the body of the Tut that they had discovered, okay, and they wanted to find out the cause of his death, and provides precise data for an accurate forensic reconstruction of the voice Paroha. Paroha is actually the prince. Means forensic reconstruction refers to the scientific details that provides the cause of the death. And now the chapter begins from here. An angry wind stirred up ghostly dust devils as King Tut was taken from his resting place in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of the King. The image is already given in your textbook. You will see, means when the CT scan, for CT scan, the dead body, means the mummy, okay, uh, the mummy, you can say, mummy, you are familiar with that. Mummy is a kind of, a statue, not a statue. It was a kind of a preserving dead body, okay, by the Egyptian. So it was a mummy, it was a dead body, and they wanted to uh, computed tomography of the dead body so that they could find out the cause of the death. So it was first discovered in Egyptian cemetery. Dark bellied clouds had scudded across the desert sky all day, and now we are veiling the stars in casket gray. You will read this story, okay, and try to find out the meaning of the words that you don't know. Desert sky means it was a traditional belief, okay, it was a ghostly belief, it was the belief of the people that the dead body was taken from the graveyard, and that's why it was a very gusty winds start blowing as if the Saturn, okay, has come on the earth, or the ghost of the uh, young Peroa was running or protecting his body. like this kind of belief was there. And suddenly the whole cloud was whole sky was covered with cloud. It appears that just like a lunchbox casket, lunchbox box is kept the eating food objects, okay, means indirectly it means to say that the whole thing was totally covered like casket gray. This shows that something unnatural going to happen. Actually, the narrator is trying to terrorize the people, okay, who are reading this story. The ghost of the young Para has come. It was 6 p.m. on 5 January 2005. The world's most famous mummy. Mummy is the dead body, okay. This was the process of preserving the dead body in a form of mummy. You will read this, okay. The Egyptian culture, gilded head. In Egyptian, in a museum, you can see that so many dead bodies are preserved in a form of mummy. Even in Patna, the in Patna Museum, we have one mummy, okay, who is in a very in hunching position, okay, sitting. You must visit, okay, after lockdown and see who is the man. And even some of the mummies are there of the birds, okay. Even the mummies of dinosaur is also available in the museum of Egypt or some well-known museums. You can also visit Science City of Kolkata and have some mummy. You can see mummies there. Gilded heat head first into a CT scan brought here to probe the lingering medical mysteries of this little understood young ruler who died more than 3,300 years ago. Means the world wanted to know the cause of his death, just like we are trying to find out the living place of Lord Ram, okay, uh, and his wife Sita, the living place, the birthplace. Okay, history says that it is more than 6,000 okay years back, and still we believe that it is exists somewhere else. Same case is here with this, young mummy, young Pharaoh who died, whose father, whose ancestor were ruling the city, okay, the town, the state, or the country 3,000 years back. We have 200 okay history of Jesus, and before that we have the ancient history about Buddha and everything. All afternoon, the usual line of tourists from around the world had descended into the cramped rock-cut tomb some feet underground to pay their respects. And many visitors, okay, uh, of the world had come to see the Paroha mummy, okay, the process of his CT scan, okay, and everything. And they were also very much willing to know the cause of his death and wanted to see the face. It is believed that even on that time, we have one um, man in history whose name is Pharaoh, who is 10 feet tall, and his body is also preserved in Egyptian museum. Okay, so it is the historical record that we come to know with different sources, by the religious scriptures or by the sayings, okay, by the people, okay, that it carry on through the generation. So they gazed at the murals on the walls of the burial. Murals means a kind of painting, okay, of the walls, and peered at Turt's gilded face. That most striking features of his mummy-shaped outer coffin lid. Some visitors read from guidebooks in a whisper. Others stood silently, perhaps pondering Turt's untimely death in his late teens. Means these are the uh, visitors, okay, tourists who are actually watching or looking at the walls of or the graveyard. It was just like a room form, okay, in a basement form, and they were just reading the guidebook. It was scripted there, and wanted to know everything about him. The mummy is in a very bad condition because of what Carter did in 1922. The man who is just giving us detail that is of 2005, but the one more CT scan and one more inspection had been done, okay, in 1920s by Jahi Hawass, okay, uh, who was the Secretary General of Egypt Supreme Council of Antiques. As he leaned over the body for a long first look, Carter, however, Carter that is was a British archaeologist, okay, who was by nature archaeologist, so he was just trying to find out mm, the dead body and wanted to just have CT scan of the body and wanted to know the cause of the death, but he was unable to take out the body from the graveyard because the body was wrapped into golden plates, and the golden plates were melted over the years, and it has stuck in the cemented or whatever the ground was there. It was completely stuck in that. It has become the part of that desert land, or the it has completely melted and taken the form of uh, the metal. So, was this British archaeologist who in 1922 discovered Tut's tomb after years of futile searching? It contains thou hastily ransacked in antique were surprisingly complete. They remain the richest royal collection ever found and have become part of the Pharaoh's legend. So richest collection refers to, as I told you, that when Egypt became bankrupt, they start scavenging or start finding out digging out the uh, pyramids, okay, and the graves of the royals, because on that time it was believed that the royals, when the royals will die, okay, and when they dead, they used to carry their living generation used to or place some gold, okay, in form of food, in form of things, in a form of attires. So this was their belief that after death there is a life. So the second life they will use all this wealth, so that they could live happily, okay. So in a form of wealth they were also given, as if they are moving in this in different world, and they will carry this much wealth in order to just have slaves and just servants there. So this was their belief, and that's why they place very good amount of gold and jewelry and everything. So stunning artifacts in gold, their eternal brilliance means to guarantee resurrections cause a sensation at the time of the discovery, and because uh, after the discovery of that young Pharaoh's grave, it was a sensation. Why? Because it contains uh, very heavy amount of gold, okay, in it, and still get the most attention. But the Tut was also buried with everyday things he would want in the afterlife. This was their belief, okay, traditional belief, that he was blessed with everything that he need in another life. After death there is a life according to them. So he, whatever things that was placed inside the grave, it was made of completely pure gold. Like, see what are the things were there inside the grave: boards, games, bronze razor, linen undergarments, cases of food and wine. These all things were of of gold. After months of careful recording, the Pharaoh's funerary treasures refers to the graveyard treasury, okay, the rich collection of gold. Carter, the archaeologist, began investigating his three nested coffins. Here, three nested coffin refers to his body was, uh, actually is broken in order to have CT scan by Jahi Hawass, okay, the then archaeologist of 1922. So three nested coffins were the three parts were there. Opening the first, he found a short adorned with garlands and a willow and olive leaves. These were the things he could find, okay. A wild celery, lotus petals, and cornflowers. Even they could, he could find out that these all things were, they might have rotten, okay, and mixed with the soil or everything. Even some archaeologists have claimed that we have some historical places like Vesali and some other places. So we have found some grain remainings there, but it is a scientific uh, findings. The faded evidence of burial in March or April, and this shows that the particular flowers or fruits were placed inside. This shows that the death of the Pharaoh was in the month of March or March or April. When he finally reached the mummy, the dead body, thou he ran into trouble. Means he was unable to just take the mummies, okay, out of the graveyard. The rituals regimes, okay, it has hardened, cementing it to the bottom of his solid gold coffins. As I told you, the actually his body was wrapped in golden plates, and after the years, okay, the golden plates has hardened with the undergrounds. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Means nothing was able to just take him out from the graveyard. Carter wrote letter. What was to be done? Means finally Carter is writing in his record. The sun can beat down like a hammer. This was south in Egypt, and Carter tried to use it, okay, to loosen the regions for several hours. Means he thought that the sunlight could be there for a long time, and when it will be melted, okay, it will be warm, okay, heated, so it will be easy to just cut the mummies, okay, and take it out from it. He set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it 149 degree, okay, Fahrenheit. Nothing buzzed, means nothing happened like that. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled. Means you will have to chiseled, okay, out of that. Means you will have to cut from the bottom, and then you will have to take it out from the graveyard, away from the beneath the limbs and trunks before it was possible to raise the king's remains. Means finally he decided that this whole body will not be taken out completely, okay, in one time. So he decided to just cut the body in three parts, okay, and then the body will be taken out easily by part. So in his defense, Carter really a little choice. So he has written all the details, okay. So he gave explanation that if I will have to do CT scan, or will have to go under the inspection of his cause of death, I will have to just take out the mummy from the graveyard, and there is no way out of, okay, taking his body out of the graveyard without cutting. So he has given this kind of reference here. If he had not cut the mummy, okay, free, thieves must certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. He is also giving the details that if the body were not cut into the three parts, it will not be taken out. There will be chances of loot or robbery, uh, or by the thief. He thought that the grave was very much rich in gold, so it might be stolen by the thief. So that's why he did the work, okay, and cut the mummy, okay, into three parts. In Turt's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy. They're very wealthy, and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. This was their belief. For this, for his journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavish, okay, with glittering goods, precious collars, inlays, okay, necklace and bracelets. These are the things, okay, ornaments. Those you have seen Mahabharata recently or Ramayana, you might have seen that all the prince and princess, king and queens, and the emperor used to wear some kind of bracelets, okay, garlands, and some, all the medals that they used to wear, they used to wear, were actually made of pure gold or silver or diamond. Okay, the metals, the garlands were made with um, gold and silver. These are the metallic. These are the actually jewelry, all of pure gold. To separate Tut from his adornment, Carter's men removed the mummy's head, okay, and severed severed nearly every major joints, and just cut the body, okay, from each part so that they could take it out. Once they had finished, they resembled the remains on layer of a sand in a wooden box with padding that concealed the damage. And when they cut the body, okay, into pieces, and once again they tried to join, okay, on the sand, okay, all the parts of the body, so that now they can perform their CT scan. The bed where Tut now rest Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life and intriguing mysterious of death. Mysteries of death means on that time he was not willing to find out the wealth and the richness. He actually was trying to find out the, he wanted to just prove the discovery of science and advancement in order to find out the cause of his death. So it is another matter for him to have richness or the set of jewelries and everything. It also uses more sophisticated tools, including medical technology. So medical technology